I've been making YouTube videos since back in November of 2019. This was very clear as day to me to see all of this happening in here. That we were we were literally doing crash, retrace, reaccumulation, 4.236 extension, and then as we get to the extension, retail investors pile in. It was like the perfect script. You couldn't write it any better. The reason I was hated so much was like, well, this is the top, and everybody poured into the market at the same time at the top, and I was hated. It was like you had YouTube content creators trash talking me, making all kinds of stuff, and it's like, dude, like you guys trashed me for a year saying this would happen, and then we get here, and now you're trashing me at the top. But the thing was, this was all real clear, and there's the receipts for it. Go find my YouTube videos. Have fun with it. We go through C19 together here on the YouTube channel. We go through all this together. This is it. I don't see it for Bitcoin. I just don't see it. This was. I think that's one thing that motivated me so clear for Bitcoin going into for YouTube, wanting to create YouTube videos. I didn't see anybody with the conviction that I had that, dude, this is where we're going. How can nobody see this? Nobody could see what was happening here in this phase, and that we were heading for a 4.236 extension. I just got real excited and started making content. For this, it's just not as clear. I think the most bullish long-term thing for Bitcoin possible would have to be something like this. It's just that this keeps going. Is that, eventually, we don't end up breaking out higher here. We crumble back down to $31,000. We hover on top of $31,000. We spend months accumulating in here for another 6-7 months. And then we step up another level again. That just resembles the start of new super cycles. The only problem with that is, do you have that same phenomenon happening over there in the United States stock market? And that's the thing I think that's missing. The element that's missing for all of Bitcoin's bull runs is to be able to keep that thing going. Is that, you're only 10%. I guess you're a little bit more than that, if that's correct. Let's make sure those are lined up properly. They are not. %, right? Now, if this is wrong, right? And if this thing just goes raging past all of this, right? And we just go, roar, off and away we go to absolute, there is no top, we go up forever mode. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's probably going to go ballistic in an environment like that. But all super cycles, if they're starting over, this is what they do, right? They build supports on top of previous resistance levels and then stair step up and then come back and back test it. So if 100K is ever in the cards, you would still think 31,000 is going to be tested. That's really the big number for me to be like, nope, this thing is big time trouble, or this thing is great. No matter what happens, even if we go up here and we hit $51,000, $52,000, I still think it's going to come back down here and hit 31. Or if we fall from here, I still think it's going to hit 31. It would be absolutely unusual behavior for Bitcoin to not come back and hit this level. The big deciding factor for Bitcoin is what happens in here. If Bitcoin breaks through here, then that tells you the story. There's probably a lot more down to go if it gets through there. And this is a big troubled sign for Bitcoin. But if it bounces off of here, then it still continues on. The super cycle recoveries keep going. And things could even get crazier, like what we saw in 2017, right? Because this is exactly what it was. This is how super cycles ended. This is how super cycles recovered. And so if there is some chance of 100K, I don't think it's anytime soon. You would have to really slow down. You could go back up to 52K and then fall down to 31 and then consolidate for 6 or 7 months and then push your way up again. But I don't think it's anytime soon, if at all, right?